Welcome to another segment of Live from Forum 2023, hosted by the National Association of Workforce Boards from Washington, D.C. I'm your host, Ron Painter. Joining me on this segment is the Senior Director of Retail Opportunity, Larry Jackson from Walmart. Larry, thanks for taking time out and joining me. It's a pleasure to have you.
Ron, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to the discussion.
Great. Let's talk about retail. As a career, as an opportunity, you've had some experience in retail. Talk about your journey in retail, your career.
You know, Ron, that's one of the interesting things about life. It takes you in many different forms and facets, and you never know where it might lead you. I actually started out working at retail as a frontline associate for another retailer back in my early years. I spent 3 years, I worked all over the store. I worked the customer service desk, I worked the being a checkout supervisor. I worked the different departments. I worked in lawn and garden, push carts, and that was just a really good experience. I had great mentors, great leaders, and that was really one of my first introductions to management and working with a lot of different people and picking up a lot of different skills.
So if you're talking to somebody who's thinking about retail, and that's what they see maybe the cashier, they see the stock person. What do you tell them about the opportunities that the industry has?
I would tell them that the opportunities are endless. Within retail and within Walmart specifically, we have the vast majority of our store managers actually started out as frontline associates. And so one thing that we really believe in is internal mobility and promoting from within, and that the skills that you pick up within retail, they are advantageous to you within retail, within Walmart, and beyond. And so we think it's a great opportunity, and the opportunities are endless for people to take advantage of within retail.
So having been to one of the academies, having the opportunity to be in one of the academies, it was really a cool experience for me, because seeing a company teach employees what profit margin looks like, why do we merchandise the way we do, is really, really impressive, and I think a great opportunity. Tell me about your position inside Walmart. What do you get involved in as the Senior Director of Retail Opportunity?
So within this role, and actually I do want to piggyback off of the comment that you just said. That's one of the unique things about Walmart, and that actually goes back to our founder, Sam Walton. He believed that there should be transparency in how the business is run, and that information should be shared with associates everywhere. So that's been ingrained in the company since the beginning. As far as this position, Senior Director of Retail Opportunity at Walmart and the Walmart Foundation, it's really a unique opportunity. It's a humbling position in that within my role and my team's role within the company, we're really responsible for creating economic mobility and opportunity and accelerating that at Walmart and beyond. And so we made philanthropic investments, and we use a shared value approach to that to scale societal norms and really change the way the world works, so that they see the skills that retail workers have, and those folks have opportunities and pathways to greater mobility. And so we really work with a lot of partners around the country in order to help facilitate that change and really move towards a skills-based hiring and mobility system within the world. And we believe that in doing so, that's not only good for workers and for frontline associates, but we think that's good for business and that's great for society.
So you have military experience, service in the military. Are there lessons that you took from that experience that really have added to your career, to your experience?
Absolutely, and one of the cool things about Walmart, Sam Walton, again, he was also a military veteran himself, and our core values at Walmart are very much in line with the core values of the Air Force. And so that's one of the things that really made Walmart a great home for me, was that the core values really just align. And so, within the Air Force, it's service before self, excellence in all we do. Service before self, excellence in all we do, and integrity first. And so those themes you'll see throughout Walmart in the way we treat our associates, our business partners, our leaders, and how we treat our partners in general.
I have family that are Air Force veterans. They have a certain attitude toward the other branches of the military. Did you bring any of that with you to your current experience?
Well, so I will say that I'm very proud of my Air Force experience, and I would not have chosen another branch. I'm very glad and very proud to be an Air Force veteran. I do think that one of the things about the Air Force and the military in general is that they look at the whole person. And that's something you'll see within Walmart and the things that we do. Our chief people officer, she just talked about the importance of well-being and looking at the whole associate. And so those are some of the things that you see that are analogous to the Air Force and the military and also at Walmart.
You have some other life experience that I got to learn about this morning, which I found absolutely fascinating. Talk about the impact of music in what you do and in who you are.
So for those who don't know, in a previous life I was an inspirational rapper, and that journey took me a long ways. I got a chance, and I was very fortunate to perform across the country, throughout up and down the East Coast, and got to do a lot of things with schools and mentoring and anti-bullying campaigns and things of that nature. One of the things I think that was very helpful in doing that is just being able to connect with people and finding ways to encourage people and inspire people and connect with audiences through different mediums and different experiences. And that's something I think that served me well in my career and serves me well today.
So as you look back at your career, part of what we've been talking about over the last couple of days at the Forum is about leadership. Can you talk to us a little bit about what are some of the lessons, what kind of leadership do you think you exert, and what are some of the lessons you've learned along the way?
You know, that's a great question. One of the greatest, I think, leadership lessons for me was actually when I left the Air Force. I had a lieutenant colonel who was the squadron commander. She had offered me an opportunity to stay in the military, to go officer, and she really provided a great package for me, a lot of incentives. I ultimately talked with my family about it and decided to leave the Air Force and go back to school. Well, when I left, she actually attended my going away ceremony as a colonel. I was a junior enlisted at the time, a member, and really encouraged me. She said, no matter where you go, we would love to have you in the Air Force, but we think you're going to have a great impact and we appreciate your service. And so that ability to inspire people and encourage and stay vested in them, regardless of if they're in your organization or not, that's something that I've really taken hold of. And I try to encourage people and try to ensure that they know that I'm vested in them regardless of where they are.
I would have to agree with you there. It is really kind of cool to see people that were young when you worked with them or you had an opportunity, and to see them grow and to see them take on more responsibility is a really a fun part of being hopefully some type of leadership. Larry, I want to ask you before you leave. It's late at night. You're about to turn out the light, which you purchased at Walmart.
That's right. I hope others do as well.
Yeah, I know. Product placement.
That's right.
I learn a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's late at night. You're about to turn out the light. You're going to make a decision on the day. It was a good day, or it wasn't such a great day. What for you makes it that good day?
Really having an impact in other people's lives and really getting a sense that I'm living out my purpose. So for me and my family, we're very purpose-driven individuals, and when we can help inspire someone or do something that has a positive benefit in someone else's life or society, we feel very good about that day.
Awesome. Larry Jackson, Senior Director of Retail Opportunity with Walmart. Thanks for taking time out to enjoy and to hang out with me, and I hope you've enjoyed your time here at the Forum.
Ron, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you again for the invitation. I really enjoyed this.
You're welcome. And I hope you're enjoying the conversations we're doing live from Forum 2023 from Washington, D.C., hosted by the National Association of Workforce Boards. I'm your host, Ron Painter, and I hope you hang out because we've got more conversation coming from live at the Forum.